Bakker. Question is, what diet do I follow? Do I have any specific diets that I follow? Am I a paleo advocate? Am I a GAPS diet advocate? Am I a FODMAPS person? What type of food do I eat? Am I a raw vegan, or am I this or that? That's a little bit like saying, what church do you go to, or what automobile do you drive? It's quite visible because everyone can see what you're doing. Well, I eat the same today as I probably did when I was about 18, 19, and I'm a little bit older than 18 now. It's basically simple fare. And this is what people can't understand. They think I've got really complicated regimes where I get up in the morning at 6 o'clock and I've got a muesli made, and then I've got the pumpkin seeds come from Morocco, grown on this side of the mountain because the organic wind blows that way, and then I'm using this type of almond milk in it, okay, that came from this country because the cows didn't fart at that time of the day when the almond trees are being harvested, and get out of here. I don't look at that, okay? Stick with basic stuff. If I make up a rolled oats in the morning, for example, in winter time, I'm going to be looking at an organic milk in that. Now, I do drink cow's milk, but it's only, again, in a minority. Okay, small amounts, moderation in everything, clean foods. It's not rocket science to have a good digestive health. If you follow basic principles that have been laid down now for a long time, instinctual eating is what I'm interested in. Some days you eat more, some days you eat less. Some days you got appetite, some days less appetite. Some days you don't even want to have lunch, you'll skip a whole day. So it's good to keep the appetite keen and not to always eat food. But it's also good not to ignore it when you are hungry, that you need to eat when you want food. But I'm not going to look at my watch and say, it's 12 o'clock, I'm going to have lunch. It doesn't work like that. So diets can be a bit like that. They can sort of, especially if you're journaling things, you may pick up a piece of paper. Oh, dang, I haven't had my XYZ for lunch. I better have that now. So instinctual eating, remember? Eat when you're hungry, don't eat when you're not hungry. Look at cats and dogs, they don't look at their cell phone and then go and decide that they're going to have a bowl of food, all right? They eat when they're hungry, and they don't eat when they're not hungry. So, should I be a vegan? Should I be a carnivore? What should I do? Well, I've experimented with all these diets over the years. As you can well imagine, I've tried all kinds of foods, particularly people telling me what they're eating. I've tried all sorts of styles, and I found that veganism just wasn't for me, like it isn't for many people. Just eating vegetables, sticking to grains, maybe sticking with chickpeas, for example, not eating any kind of meat foods or dairy products. Or I found I just got increasingly weak over a period of time, and I got my energy back when I eat meat. I tried to have a diet higher in meat, and I found it terrible. I find it didn't work well at all for me, particularly red meat. So I found smaller amounts of meat just worked, gave me more energy and improved my sleep. So this is what I want you to do. It's not just about my diet, it's about what you're doing. It's called instinctual eating. Try and work out how much protein you need to maintain good energy levels, for example, to allow you to work properly and live properly. Once you've started to work those things out, you can start to work out what the right carbohydrates are for you. Okay? Can you get away with eating a little bit of bread in your diet, or do you feel a lot better by chopping it out? Starchy vegetables, for example, like sweet potato and brown rice may be far better than having breads in your diet. That's in my case. But you may find that Ezekiel bread or sprouted grain bread or wholemeal may be perfect for you. Then that's good for you. That's how you're going to work out what your ideal diet is, by trial and error over a period of time. Let's just say you want a new automobile. Think about the kind of automobiles you've had in the past. Did you want a 2-door? Did you like a 4-door? Did you like an SUV? So does the vehicle suit your purpose and need? Okay. Does your diet suit your purpose and need? No? That's what we've got to do. We've got to look at that. We've got to look at the quality of your life compared to what's going into your mouth. But remember, lifestyle can have a more powerful effect than exactly what you're eating at that time, especially if there's a lot of emotional stuff happening for you. So you'll need to bear that in mind too. I've always done that through my life. I've had emotional things happen. I've backed off food. I've had an even simpler kind of approach to eating until, things settle down, and then I could go back into the diet that I was normally eating. So sometimes the diet's got to change. It may not be great at some times, and my diet's not best, but it's the best under those circumstances. Okay? In other times, it's sublime. In other times, it's not so good. In other times, there's going to be beer and pizza there. But I'm a human being like you guys are, all right? You got to enjoy your life. Remember, we got plenty of policing happening around us without the food police coming in on top of us. So it's a balance between eating really well and sometimes eating not so well, and other times, what the hell, I'll have whatever's on offer. That to me is what life's all about. It's the balance. It's not about being extreme with your diet. I never have been extreme. I was a long time ago, but I annoyed too many people. And I realized it wasn't just all about me, it's about the family as well. Think about those words. Thanks for tuning in.